Hello, future chemists. Welcome to this exciting session on aldehydes and ketones, focusing on a fascinating and powerful reaction, Grignard reactions. This topic is crucial for G advanced as it forms the backbone of many organic synthesis problems. Over the next few slides, we'll embark on a four-level journey, starting from the basics, moving through medium and hard concepts, and finally tackling the most challenging aspects. Get ready to unlock the secrets of creating new carbon bonds. Let's kick things off with the fundamentals. What exactly are Grignard reagents, and why are they so special in the world of organic chemistry? Grignard reagents, named after their discoverer Victor Grignard, are organomagnesium halides, represented as RMGX. Here, R can be an alkyl or aryl group, Mg is magnesium, and X is a halogen like chlorine, bromine, or iodine. They are typically formed by reacting an alkyl or aryl halide with magnesium metal in a dry, inert solvent like ether. What makes them so powerful is the highly polarized carbon-magnesium bond, giving the carbon atom a partial negative charge. This Carbanion-like character makes it an incredibly strong nucleophile, ready to attack electron-deficient centers. The magic of Grignard reagents lies in their ability to form new carbon-carbon bonds, particularly with aldehydes and ketones, leading to the synthesis of various alcohols. When a Grignard reagent attacks the electrophilic carbonyl carbon, it forms an intermediate alkoxide. Subsequent hydrolysis, usually with a dilute acid, converts this alkoxide into an alcohol. The type of alcohol formed depends on the starting carbonyl compound. Formaldehyde gives primary alcohols, other aldehydes yield secondary alcohols, and ketones produce tertiary alcohols. For example, methylmagnesium bromide reacting with propanol forms butanol, a secondary alcohol. Now, it's time to test your understanding with a few practice questions. Take a moment to think about the general formula of Grignard reagents, predict the products of their reactions with specific carbonyl compounds, and work backward to identify the starting materials needed to synthesize a particular alcohol. Pause the video if you need more time to solve them. Ready to dive a bit deeper? In the medium level, we'll explore the detailed formation, reaction mechanism, and crucial precautions necessary for successful Grignard reactions. The formation of Grignard reagents is a critical first step. It involves reacting an alkyl or aryl halide with magnesium metal in an anhydrous solvent, typically dry ether or THF. The absence of water is absolutely vital, as Grignard reagents are highly sensitive to moisture. Mechanistically, the CMG bond is highly polar, making the carbon a potent nucleophile. This nucleophilic carbon then attacks the electrophilic carbonyl carbon, forming an alkoxide intermediate. This adduct is then hydrolyzed with acid to yield the final alcohol product. Let's recap how the type of carbonyl dictates the alcohol product. Formaldehyde, with its two hydrogens, leads to primary alcohols. Any other aldehyde, having one alkyl group and one hydrogen, will give a secondary alcohol. When a Grignard reagent reacts with a ketone, which has two alkyl or aryl groups on the carbonyl carbon, a tertiary alcohol is always formed. Understanding these patterns is key to predicting reaction outcomes and designing synthetic routes. Given their extreme reactivity, Grignard reagents demand strict anhydrous conditions. They are also very strong bases and will readily react with any acidic proton source, including water, alcohols, carboxylic acids, and even terminal alkynes. Such side reactions would destroy the Grignard reagent before it can react with your desired carbonyl compound, leading to wasted reagent and poor yields. Keeping the reaction cool also helps manage the often exothermic nature of these additions. Now, let's tackle some medium-level problems. These questions will challenge you to explain the importance of dry conditions, outline reaction mechanisms, design simple synthesis, and analyze the outcomes of Grignard reactions with different starting materials. Pause and attempt these questions before moving on. Alright, It's time to step up our game. In the hard section, we'll explore more complex aspects of Grignard chemistry, including stereochemistry, competing reactions, and advanced synthetic applications. When Grignard reagents add to chiral aldehydes or ketones, new chiral centers can be formed, leading to a mixture of stereoisomers. Understanding the factors that influence diastereoselectivity, such as the spatial arrangement of groups around the carbonyl, becomes important. Furthermore, Grignard reagents are both strong nucleophiles and strong bases. If the carbonyl compound has acidic alpha hydrogens, the Grignard reagent might preferentially deprotonate it, forming an enolate instead of adding to the carbonyl. This competing reaction can significantly reduce the yield of the desired alcohol, especially with sterically hindered Grignard reagents or less electrophilic carbonyls. To avoid side reactions with other functional groups containing acidic protons in the same molecule, we often employ protecting groups. These temporary modifications shield reactive groups like alcohols or amines during the Grignard reaction, allowing the desired reaction to occur selectively. Once the Grignard addition is complete, the protecting group is removed. Beyond alcohol synthesis, Grignards are incredibly versatile. They can react twice with esters to yield tertiary alcohols, react with carbon dioxide to form carboxylic acids, and open epoxide rings to produce primary alcohols with extended carbon chains. Each of these reactions broadens their synthetic utility. Grignard reagents are powerful, but they are not the only organometallic game in town. Comparing them with other reagents like organolithiums and Gilman reagents highlights their unique reactivities and selectivities. Organolithiums are even stronger bases and nucleophiles, while Gilman reagents, or organocuprates, are milder and more selective, particularly for conjugate addition to alpha-beta unsaturated carbonyls or for coupling reactions. Understanding these differences helps in choosing the right reagent for a specific synthetic challenge, optimizing yield and selectivity. Now, for some hard-level challenges. These questions will push you to consider stereochemistry, competing reactions, multi-step synthesis involving protecting groups, and the broader synthetic applications of Grignard reagents. Take your time, analyze the problems carefully, and apply your knowledge. Good luck! Welcome to the hardest level, where we'll explore Grignard reactions with competitive exam depth, delving into advanced mechanisms, intricate selectivity control, industrial considerations, and cutting-edge developments. This is where true mastery begins. At a fundamental level, Grignard reagents are more complex than RMGX. They exist in a dynamic equilibrium called the Schlenk equilibrium, involving species like R2-AMG and AMGX2, all stabilized by solvent coordination. The reaction with carbonyls often proceeds through a four-centered transition state where the carbonyl oxygen coordinates to magnesium, influencing both reactivity and stereochemistry. Understanding this intricate mechanism is crucial for predicting subtle reaction outcomes and for designing highly selective transformations. Controlling regoselectivity and stereoselectivity is paramount in advanced synthesis. With unsymmetrical epoxides, Grignards attack the less hindered carbon. Achieving stereoselectivity in new chiral center formation is more challenging, often requiring chiral auxiliaries or chiral ligands coordinated to magnesium. On an industrial scale, Grignard reactions face significant hurdles, managing highly exothermic reactions, maintaining strict anhydrous conditions in large volumes, and safely handling pyrophoric reagents. These engineering challenges demand sophisticated process design and control to ensure efficiency and safety. Grignard reactions are not just laboratory curiosities, they are foundational tools in the total synthesis of complex natural products and pharmaceuticals. They allow chemists to build intricate carbon frameworks and establish stereocenters, leading to molecules with specific biological activities. Beyond traditional Grignards, modern organometallic chemistry offers alternatives like the Barbier reaction, which can be performed in situ and sometimes tolerates protic solvents, or organocerium and organozinc reagents, which offer enhanced functional group compatibility and selectivity, particularly with enolizable substrates or in cross-coupling reactions. Finally, the impact of Grignard chemistry extends to green chemistry. Efforts are focused on reducing solvent use, improving atom economy, and developing catalytic versions to minimize waste and environmental footprint. Innovations like flow chemistry offer safer and more efficient ways to conduct these highly reactive transformations on a larger scale. The legacy of Grignard's discovery continues to drive innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in organic synthesis and contributing to sustainable chemical practices. Alright, it's time for the ultimate challenge. Here are the first 5 questions for the hardest level. These problems will test your deep understanding of mechanisms, selectivity, multi-step synthesis, and industrial considerations. Remember to consider all possible factors and articulate your reasoning clearly. Take your time to work through each one. And here are the remaining 5 questions for the hardest level. These will further challenge your ability to apply advanced concepts, compare different organometallic reagents, and think critically about environmental and safety aspects in synthesis. Strive for complete and detailed answers. This is your chance to demonstrate true mastery of Grignard reactions. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Grignard reactions. We've journeyed from basic definitions to the most advanced concepts, covering everything you need for G Advanced and beyond. If you found this content helpful, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in for more comprehensive educational resources. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting chemistry lessons. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep excelling. See you in the next session.